Welcome to Beers, Balls, and where the beers are cold, the Sox are loud, and the takes come with just enough hope to keep showing up. I know that I am not alone in this. I know that there's Red Sox fans out there that are just like me. And what do I mean? I'm talking about the Red Sox roller coaster start to the season with a lot of lows and just a few highs. And these lows are making you feel different kinds of stress, different kinds of disappointment, and all these different games have made me realize that I have multiple fan personalities inside of me. And they come out in different games and even sometimes different moments in the same game. What I want to do today is understand which one of these fan personalities you identify with. All right, beepers, let's take a look at the different kinds of fans I was talking about.
What are you doing, bro? You have one job, bro. You look like you're playing Little League. I cannot watch this team. I hope every single one of you guys gets traded.
This is the personality that shows up when we're losing, when they keep making the same mistakes, or when something happens that the fan just cannot process. They think yelling at the TV is gonna fix the score, but the only thing they fix is making sure nobody ever wants to watch the game with them again.
Nah, man. No, you know I can't do that. I need to be alone, fully locked in, just sending good vibes to my team. I don't want to be there hearing people ordering beers, ordering wings, video calling their partners mid-inning. No. I don't watch with people. You know that. I process this alone.
This is the fan that hates everybody during the game, and sometimes after the game too. They don't want to be part of the group because they cannot tolerate interruptions. They live in constant fear of missing one single moment.
What are the beers?
Yo, they're over there in the fridge. But you gotta have it open before the game starts, so hurry.
Where's Luke?
I don't know, I texted him, but I told him if he's not here in 5 minutes, he's not coming in. All right, game's starting. You know the rules. No refills mid-inning. All right, get off your phones and don't breathe too loud.
This is the fan that needs everything to be under control. They create rules for absolutely no reason because they truly believe that the environment has a direct impact on how the team performs.
All right, we got this. It's just 1 out in the ninth. We're only down by 3. The man is on, so we got this. A couple of hits are coming up, and then boom, we're gonna hit that homer, take that lead, and we're gonna win this game. It's gonna be wonderful. And don't play.
This is the personality that believes math is stronger than reality. That a team that did nothing for 8 innings is suddenly gonna do everything with 2 outs in the ninth. Just because Big Papi could do it.
What is he still doing in there? Take him out. I've been saying this for weeks. That is bad managing.
This is the fan that thinks he's part of the coaching staff, but he's upset because nobody listens to him. Sometimes he thinks he's texting Cora directly, but in reality, he has only 3 followers, including his mother.
Ooh, game is about to start. I am not watching. If I don't watch, we win. Do not call me. Do not text me. And do not come over.
This is the personality that believes they are not superstitious, that this is science. They do not believe in coincidence. If something worked once, it will work again. They are willing to do anything as long as it gives them hope. All right, guys. So before we get into the pregame show for this episode, we need to take some time and talk about how we made history this week. And I'm not talking about the good kind. Yeah. Garrett Crochet. Unrecognizably bad. Couldn't get out of 2 innings. Allowed way too many runs. I don't even want to mention it. And before they started to hit him hard and hit the homers, it was his command that was just not there. He had his fastball velocity was way down. I was hoping that this guy, I don't know, woke up with diarrhea that day or something, and that was the reason why, because it was inexplicable. I think most of us were in awe while we were sitting there staring at our screens, completely shocked, expecting that after a couple wins, how we were rolling with a hot offense, we were going to have a good shot at this. And it was just a disappointment. And that's one way to see it, right? Because the game is 1 out of 6. But at the end of the day, we split the road trip 3-3. And honestly, that doesn't sound as bad as it made us feel. Because I think the way that we lost those games were Garrett Crochet and Sonny Gray, and the offense for a moment, especially in the Sonny Gray game, was completely lifeless. We were finally scoring a bunch. We were finally getting the offense going. Even in the Crochet game, the offense was still there. And then suddenly they just turned it all off. Like, they were completely bummed out after that game. They looked terrible in the Sonny Gray game. But good news is, we bounced right back on Wednesday, got another win. I'm tired of being the delusional optimist here. I can't keep doing that. I don't think it's going to work. I think I turned into some sort of superstitious avoider right now. I don't know, or the lone wolf. I don't want to watch these kinds of games in public. But overall, there were some positives, like our offense finally getting going, we're keeping it going, and a couple weeks ago we were reading about how we couldn't score more than 6 runs in a game, and all of a sudden we're scoring 6 runs all the time. So that's something we need to keep going. And then we've got some major negatives, like our reliable pitchers suddenly looking a little bit shaky and concerning, but let's hope for the best and see how that can switch around and see if we can bounce back, and we'll dive a little bit more into that in the pregame show. Predictions, overreactions, and just enough confidence to sound wrong later. This is the PreA Game Show.
Yankees suck.
No, not yet. That comes a little later on. All right, so before we get to the main event, let's talk about a 4-game set against the Detroit Tigers. This is a team that's a lot like us. They had really high expectations coming into the season, and they really haven't lived up to it. Now, are they looking better than we are? Sure, but there's something particular there. They've got real different home and away splits. These guys have won 8 games at home, and they've only won 2 games away from home. So the good news here is we're playing at Fenway. So let's take that and turn it into an advantage. So pitching-wise, Detroit's rotation isn't really the kind of pitching staff that instills fear into a lineup, except for Skubal, of course. And now talking about Skubal, well, it would have been great to see Skubal play against Crochet, probably the version of Crochet before the Minnesota Twins game, but we're not getting that anyway, so no need to look into hypotheticals. What we are getting is Skubal playing Brian Bayo, and Bayo's coming off his best start. So hopefully he keeps it going and he says, okay, let's double up and do the same thing, facing Tariq Skubal, 2-time AL Cy Young, back-to-back. This guy he's as good as it gets, so we're going to need our offense to come out clicking for that game. Another name that we need to talk about before we close out the Tiger segment is Kevin McGonigal. This guy is on fire right now. He's getting AL Rookie of the Year talk around him. There's a lot of hype around his name, and reasonably so. He started the season very hot, and he's an excellent ball player. Now, Rookie of the Year, kind of fast to start having those conversations. We know how hot starts can happen. We saw it happen last year with Christian Campbell, and suddenly he just kind of ticked back down. Once pitchers get accustomed to you, read the book on you, and they start to adjust, let's see if he can make the adjustments to maintain this kind of streak that he's on right now. Now, to be fair, he is very, very good at hitting the fastball. He has a very quick bat. The good news for us is that our pitchers happen to be very crafty for the most part, right? We're talking about like Early, we're talking about Ranger Suarez, we're talking about Sonny Gray, and even Bayo in a certain way. But we're not here to overpower you with 99-mile-an-hour fastballs, except for Crochet sometimes with his 97, 98, but anyway, let's not even jump into Crochet right now. What I'm trying to say is we have the pitching rotation that's built to face somebody like McGonigal, and let's just try to keep him from beating us. All right, wrapping up the series against Detroit, we're going to see everything they've got. It's going to be a 4-game set, so we're going to see most of their starters, and it's going to be a battle. I don't doubt that at all. Our pitchers need to go out there and get the job done. We know that the recipe for winning is going deep into games, making sure you get 6 innings out of starters, and settling in early, not getting into too much trouble, not pitching too many, throwing too many pitches. All of that needs to happen. Honestly, our pitchers at this point, even our most reliable or usually reliable pitchers, have been inconsistent, so there's no real specific recipe for who's going to win which game, but the way this series is going to pan out, I'm tired of being the delusional optimist here. I'm very comfortable saying we're going to split the series. If our pitchers come out doing excellent, there's a good chance we could win the series, but it's really going to depend on that and making sure that the offense keeps going the way they have. All right, so after that, it gets real.
Yankees suck.
Yankees suck. We get to play the New York Yankees at Fenway. And it doesn't matter if it's April, doesn't matter if it's October, doesn't matter if we're first, doesn't matter if we're last. When we play the Yankees, it is serious business. Now let's talk a little bit about where we are and where the Yankees are. Now, they started the season hot, and we really didn't. But that's okay, because we've suddenly started to play a little bit better baseball. Let's ignore what happened to Crochet for a second. And they have started to cool off. Their bats cooled off for a little bit. And then when their bats started to wake up, their pitching hasn't been too great. So they're not in their best moment, and they're coming to Fenway. And it's going to be hostile. It's not going to be like that baby-sized park in the Bronx. They're going to come play in the Green Monster. It's going to be great. When we face them, we're going to get to see their best pitchers. We're going to see Max Fried. We're going to see Cam Schlittler. It's going to be fun. We're not going to have our best pitchers out there, but honestly, what does best pitcher for the Red Sox mean right now? I don't think that means absolutely anything. So we're going to go out there and have a rematch against Cam Schlittler, which I'm really looking forward to ever since that postseason game last year. This time it's our turn to whoop him, put him in his place. Boston's own, none of that. And then Judge, hopefully we cool him off again. He's been a little hot recently, but it's okay. Nothing we can't handle. We'll strike him out, I don't know what, 9 times in the 3 games? Just keep a tab on that one. There's obviously also going to be that inevitable third-string infielder who hits a homer and gives him a fighting chance, which always happens. Going to be some nameless guy we don't even know, but anyway, that's inevitable. Fun stuff to talk about, though, is Jazz Chisholm, when the Yankees played the Rays last week, had no idea what the rules were, and he said it on national television. That was extremely embarrassing. It was awful, and honestly, very enjoyable for someone like me.
I don't know what the rule is if I went to first base first and threw it back to second if it's still an out.
But anyway, jokes aside, I think I don't want to go into details here. It's a Yankee series, and I know I said I wasn't going to be a delusional optimist, but this isn't about optimism. This is about me never ever saying the Yankees are going to win a game because the Yankees suck. So I think we sweep them. I think we put them in their place. I think we win every single game easily, and it's going to be a great homestand. This is not just about the Red Sox winning. This is about the Yankees losing. So everybody get ready. It's going to be an epic series. Looking forward to hearing from you guys and what you guys thought. Thanks for watching. Just remember, if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Appreciate you for sticking around for all 9 innings. Keep the Sox loud, the hope alive, and we'll catch you next week. Same time, same bull.